Just from April, 100,000. We both were college dropouts. Cost us about 65 grand and just here about 14, 15 hours a day. My name is Frank. We're here at Blazing Burgers and we started here in October 2020 during the heart of COVID. So me and my buddy, he's in the kitchen. We were sitting one night, I believe in June, July of 2020, saying, we need to do something. We've been sitting home for a couple months. We looked at a couple businesses that didn't work our way. So you know what? Let's open our burger place. We worked at the same restaurant for 5 or 6 years together. So that's how we got to know each other. One thing led to another.
And what investments did you have to make? What led to getting your first restaurant?
So honestly, we both were college dropouts and we just started working, putting every penny away. We both put in about 50% in together and we got approved for SBA loan and just went from there.
And what led you to burgers? Why didn't you choose another direction?
So it's funny, we worked for a Greek/Middle Eastern restaurant and our favorite thing to make there were burgers. And Cal actually managed a burger joint before they laid him off because of COVID. We said it's the easiest thing to make, I guess, a burger. Anyone can learn how to make a burger. We can train someone, and one thing led to another.
Can you talk about your menu and what you offer here?
So we're a smash burger joint. Everything's cooked to order here. We offer burgers, chicken breasts, Philly steak subs, chicken wraps, hot dogs, a bunch of wingdings, tenders, a little bit of everything.
What's the most popular?
Our most popular item is probably a Blazing Burger. It's mostly our burgers, that or the Philly steaks.
What does a typical day-to-day look like for you?
A day-to-day is me waking up at 7 a.m., shopping for the restaurant. Khaled's here around 8:30, setting up for the restaurant, and just here about 14, 15 hours a day. Prepping, cooking, cleaning, a little bit of everything, 7 days a week.
Can you talk about some of the expenses behind the business?
So every day, something different. We buy our stuff fresh every single day, so some price can be high, some can be low. It's just different every single day. We got rent, we got our gas bill, all adds up at the end of the month, We didn't expect it to turn out like this, but compared to other restaurants, we're still here after COVID, so we can't complain. We'll take what we can get,
Do you guys do any forms of advertising? How do you get people in the door?
Yeah, of course. So we do Google ads every month. We have a flyer with a company called Town Money Saver we do every month. Facebook, social media. We park our truck out in different cities every weekend. Like last weekend, we were at U of M's football game. The weekend before that in Detroit. We're scattered all around.
What led you to get a food truck?
So we did a festival back in 2021. It was a midnight festival from 11 p.m. to 4 a.m. We did it as a tent with a small griddle and a small fryer. And we realized in a 4-hour span, we did over 2,000 tickets and that one griddle and one little fry was gonna cut it. So we led into it and did it again this year with a food truck and did about 7,000 tickets in a night.
And with the food truck, are you doing catering? Are you doing events? What are you looking for?
We're doing a little bit of everything. We do catering. I do Belle Isle every Sunday. I do the U of M game every Saturday. We had an event yesterday. We had an event on Monday. And since it's kind of getting a little colder, we're parking at a gas station coming this November. I'm gonna keep operating there 7 days a week.
Do you prefer the restaurant side or the food truck side?
The food truck side, because it's less hours, but it's more work, if that makes sense. So I get in and get out quicker, but I do more work in that 4 or 5 hour span.
Can you talk about how much it costed to get the food truck?
The food truck cost us about 65 grand. That's with getting a hood suspension, the fire suspension, everything from A to Z, licensing and whatnot.
Going into the future, what does it look like? Are you gonna get more food trucks? Are you gonna get more restaurants? How do you plan on expanding?
So the plan is hopefully by the end of this year or starting next year, we want to sign a lease for a brick and mortar like this in the west side of Ann Arbor. And also every location put a food truck with it. So hopefully location, food truck, go from there.
What is one of the best days that you've had here? The most sold burgers here?
Our grand opening day, I wouldn't say it's our best day because it was all brand new. We didn't think we were going to be busy. We only did 2 people. Then we realized right when we opened, we had maybe 50 people in the 20-minute span. So we called all people. I believe on that day, we did maybe 1,500 tickets and sold out maybe 3 times. Sold out, closed up for 20 minutes, go get more stuff and come back.
What are some of the positives and negatives to owning a restaurant?
Negatives, it's hard to find good help. Honestly, the people we have here is great. We've had the same staff for almost a year now. It's hard to get people in and I don't know. Another negative, cost of food, it's changing every single day. Gas, water, all adds up. The positive, you get to feed people. Like she comes here maybe 3-4 times a week. You know, we're name to face basis. We get to feed families. I get to be around people I grew up with, so I can't complain, you know. It's a family-owned restaurant. You know, Cal and I are cousins / friends. My brother, my father, everyone here knows each other, you know.
What are some of the main equipment that you need to run a good restaurant?
So a burger place like this, we have 2 fryers, one 80-pound and one 30-pound. We have a griddle, a couple burners, warmers. We need that because everything here is cooked to order. We don't have anything that sits in a machine to stay hot. We only use our warmer for fries and cheese and chili. I mean, you need a great POS system. We have an online system that we get maybe 100 tickets from every day. We have a DoorDash and Grubhub, a little bit of everything, you know, just to keep our day-to-day operations.
Are you guys doing more people coming in, or are you guys doing more like DoorDash, stuff like that?
So it's more of takeaway. It wouldn't be DoorDash, a lot of call-ins and pickup. We get maybe 20, 30 DoorDash orders plus 20, 30 Grubhub. So maybe 60 deliveries a day, which helps, but it's mostly inside.
So with this food truck this year, how much do you think you've brought in per month about?
So we started the food truck in March. What are we in? Almost October. On average, I know in April, we brought in just from April, 100,000. And then just depends. We operate 4 or 5 times a week. So on average, about 40 to 50 grand every month, give or take. But as the winter's going, it slows down a bit, you know?
What was one of your best months with the restaurant?
Our best month was when we first opened and we netted about 140 the first month. But on average, we're doing about 75 to 80 every month right now with the restaurant.
For the food truck, do you have the same menu as inside, or?
Menu inside, we have maybe 40 items. The food truck, we only carry 10 items, if that. Most times it's 7 to 8. So it's we minimize, we do maybe 3 burgers, Philly steak, 1 vegetarian option, and a couple sides. Because, you know, it's high moving, it's high, what's the word I'm looking for? You know, it's a fast moving truck. You know, when we have people coming in, we're not doing 2-3 people. We have 20, 30 people, 40 people lined up right away. So we're trying to get people in and out, in and out. The fastest, quick and moving items, you know?
How did you determine your pricing?
The food truck's a little more expensive, but in general for the restaurant, I looked around the area, burger place within a 5-10 mile radius, seeing what they're charging, seeing what their ounces, ingredients, all that quantity wise, and priced it within, you know, 50 cent, 60 cent difference, maybe a little higher, a little lower, you know? That way I'm not higher than someone and I'm not too much lower than someone else.
And how fast does it take, like say when you're doing the food truck and someone's coming to order, how fast does it take to get that out?
So usually we have order right here, you order from here, you get it sent out from here. We listen to what the customer's ordering, and by the time they finish, we usually have it packed up. So it's about 2-3 minute process, if that.
How many employees do you need for the restaurant versus the food truck?
So Monday through Thursday, we do 3 people in the morning and 4 people at night. And then Friday, Saturday, we do 4 people in the morning and 7 people at night. And then Sundays, which is our slowest day of the week in the restaurant, we do 2 people all day, 2 or 3, depends, because we're only open 7 hours. And then depending on the event, like the one we did in April, we did 8 people every night in the truck. We use local. Our bread is from Michigan Bread every 3-4 days. Every Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, or Saturday, we get our bread order. We get our meat from Dearborn / Detroit. Same thing with our veggies, cheeses, and whatnot. We try to stay with local businesses because, you know, we're a small local business as well. We like to give back and vice versa, you know?
Can you just run us through like maybe a process of making a burger?
Yeah, so right now we're making a grilled chicken sandwich. It's a fresh chicken breast. We throw on the grill and we season on the spot. Then we got our table right here that's all fresh veggies. We dress the sandwich from there. Our sausage, which we make most in-house. We got our cheese, our bacon, our Impossible patties. We got 2 fryers. Like I said, everything's cooked to order. So if you order fries, it's thrown right into the fryer. We got our mac and cheese being boiled for the day. Yeah, this is our prep area too. So we've got our jumbo fridges, our medium ones are freezer, our milkshake / smoothie section, prep sink, you know, everything's done back here. So we use 80-20 ground beef, which is halal. It's just the way that's slaughtered. We measure it and ball it up and serve it for the day. We do maybe 3 or 4 tubs of these a day. We don't use any frozen meat. Everything's fresh, everything's cooked to order. I feel like if a customer's paying top dollar, they should get top quality, you know?
And then if you give 3 tips of advice to any other entrepreneur out there, what would they be?
Consistency. You're not doing the customer a favor, the customer is doing you a favor. And just be happy, man. You know, people are coming here to spend their money. You're not doing anyone a favor. They're coming here to pay your bills, if that makes sense, you know? I mean, honestly, if I can give one advice, the restaurant business is not for everyone. You know, I know a lot of people who say, hey, I want to open up a restaurant. Can you give me advice? And I tell them straight up, don't do it. Because I've been doing the restaurant business since I was 17. I'm about to be 27. And we've been here almost 4 years. And ever since then, I think I had 1 week off completely from here, you know? I had a kid 2 months ago. I went to her birth, you know, she was born, held her and went back to work the next day. So it's a lot of work. It's good money if you're willing to put the hours in. But if you're going to not care for the business, not keep it clean, not do the upkeep, your business is gonna fail, honestly. I know a lot of people who open up a restaurant in the same year, 6 months, they close down. It's a lot of sacrifice, a lot of hours, and a lot of people don't wanna do that. There's a good outcome, there's a great outcome if you are willing to, you know, lose a couple years of your, not lose a couple years of your youth, but give up a couple years, work and see the long run, you know, the future.